Engage fluo injectors.
Engaging fluo injectors.
Fluo reactors at 80%, sir.
Fluo containment field is destabilizing.
Emergency fluo containment protocols now. All hands brace for impact.
Brace for impact in 3, 2, 1.
What's good, everybody? We're back with another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. Before we get into all the good stuff, you can and should, as always, find us at our home on Podbean at world11.podbean.com, all spelled out, all one word. Other fun places you can find us is under YouTube. If you search for World 1-1 Podcast, you'll find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/World11 Podcast, all spelled out, all one word. Come hang out and send us fun, stupid stuff over on our Twitter as well, World1_1 Podcast. But with all the bullshit out of the way, brush it to the side, give it a little.
Choose your fighter.
I am, as always, your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me this evening is Josh the LeGroux.
Hello.
Michael, unhappy to be here, Brown. Yeah, exactly. And joining us yet again is Kathy. We missed you.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
Oh, you hush.
No, I'm not hushing. I know you don't.
You're
just saying that because I'm here.
Oh, you went from chipperish pre-record to sounding like we just rolled you out of bed.
Okay, I am seriously running on no sleep right now, so just bear with me.
So what you're telling me is you just got to make it to Brooklyn.
What?
I hate you so bad, Larry.
So,
I should have just gone to bed and not joined. I was looking forward to being here tonight, but I should have known better. I should know better.
You should.
But I don't. At least, yeah, bye.
So, let's dive in with
Oh my gosh!
Video games.
you know what? We haven't gotten to hang in a while. Kathy, what have you been playing? I know you've been mixing it up a little. I've been catching bits and pieces of Twitch.
Yeah, so just been kind of sticking with the usuals, Fortnite, but I did start going back into Minecraft. I got into the building phase again, so I've been doing a lot of Minecraft lately, especially in the mornings, but really not much else. Just I have some new games that have come out that I'm looking forward to playing. We'll see what happens when we get there.
What's on the list?
Well, Farming Simulator 2019. Got that for free. Hey, listen, a lot of these are free games. I'm gonna take advantage of them.
Yeah.
And
reason not to.
might as well play them. So, if Epic's gonna give them, we're gonna take them. I know Carcassonne is coming next.
Oh,
Actually, this week, along with Ticket to Ride. So I'm looking forward to those. I do like those board games, so it'll be nice to have them on the computer.
I was never a big fan of Ticket to Ride.
Oh, I love that game. That game is so much fun.
I don't know what it is. It just never sat well with me.
Well, you uncultured swine. You know why.
Yeah, well.
But, yeah, no, and then I've another game I want to try that my daughter picked up that she really wanted, A Hat in Time.
Okay.
So, I've got a long list, plus a lot of games that I need to go back to and finish. So, yeah, that's about it.
Right on. And Michael, what have you been spinning in your disc tray lately?
Not a whole lot. I really haven't had a lot of time. I messed around with Tekken 7 a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Apparently, I read an article somewhere that apparently the new character Leroy is going to get nerfed pretty bad soon. So I wanted to see like before that, and then see if I could tell the difference afterwards.
Yeah.
But That's really about it.
As I recall, you felt a little let down, or considerably let down with Tekken 7, if I remember right. Or am I thinking of something else?
Nope, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Like, I've been a huge fan of the series since the very beginning, and some of the new bullshit they added into this one just was completely unnecessary. Like, the super moves was totally uncalled for. Like, they didn't need it at all. And I don't know, it just didn't do a whole lot for me. Like, plus, as I said, the season pass thing is really starting to bother me. Because I just paid for the third season pass at, like, I want to say like $25 or $30 a pop for, and granted, you get like 5 extra characters and some other shit like that. But this season doesn't have any, like, because all the other seasons so far have had, what are they called? Exclusive characters from, like, other genres. I mean, not other genres, but other game series. Like Geese Howard and things like that. And Negan from The Walking Dead. And this one doesn't have anything like that. It doesn't have any, I can't think of the fucking word. But it's got 2 brand new characters for the series. And then a couple characters that were in previous installments. But
what do you think? Did they run out of money for licensing deals?
probably that, or like just nothing really worked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because Geese Howard is fun, but he's fun, but he's boring. He gets boring very quick. He doesn't have a whole lot to him. Negan, his catchphrases get annoying really fast because he says the same things. He's basically like Deadpool from that Marvel vs. Capcom game. Just repeats the same things over and over again.
That's a shame. Can we bring back Tekken Tag?
Yeah, no shit. Tekken Tag 2 was fantastic.
God, somebody make that happen. Why isn't that a bigger thing?
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that the newer games don't add that in as like a side mode or an option or something.
Right.
Yeah, I would fathom it can't be that difficult. But again, the fuck do I know? I don't make games for a living, so.
There's certain things like with this new one that bother me. Like, certain moves have been just completely removed or slightly altered to where, they were always part of my whole repertoire with certain characters and fucking useless now. Like Kazuya is one of my mains. And, the past several games, he's had the ability to turn into Devil Kazuya at any point. And now you have to wait till you're in Rage Mode, which Rage Mode is another thing that bothers the shit out of me because, again, completely unnecessary. When you're down to, I think it's like a third of your life bar starts flashing. You get access to one new move that, once you use it, gets rid of your Rage Mode completely, and then you have access to your super move. And Kazuya has the added bonus that in that mode, he can turn into Devil Kazuya. But like I said, it's not enough. Like, it feels watered down in comparison to older versions of the game.
I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's time for Tekken to just hang it up.
No, I'm gonna keep buying it as long as they keep pouring it out. I'm a good little consumer whore.
Yeah, but I mean, if they stopped pouring it out for, I don't know, give it 5-10 years, because maybe they've just run out of worthwhile stuff to do with it.
Honestly, what they need to do is scale it back. Like, as I said, a lot of the new things they've been trying to put in there just don't work. They feel very generic. Like I said, the super moves alone feels like it straight up feels like they lifted it off Street Fighter.
Yeah. And
that might have something to do with it, since this is the one that Akuma was actually part of the whole storyline.
Right.
But, since he's got that whole, I forget what's called, the Raging Demon or whatever super move is, they kind of had to add that in. But, I don't know. As I said, every time they release a new character or whatever, I'll fiddle with it for usually about 10, 20 minutes, and then that's kind of the end of it until the next one.
Aw, sad. So, and Josh, how have you been playing?
Okay, so I've still been playing Jedi Fallen Order a little bit, winding that down. I kind of got into it, then I kind of just put it down for just like a week. Now I'm getting back into it quite a bit, so I actually do enjoy it. I think it's fun.
Is that a single-player campaign?
It is.
Type game? Okay.
It is just single player, so I don't have to worry about any kind of online component at all.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying it. I like the story. The story is really good. So I'm like, okay, so that's pulling me back into that. And then Robot Named Fight, I kind of got back into a little bit.
Ooh, yes.
So, because I got my my little clip for my Pro Controller, so now I can hook my Pro Controller and I can hook the screen to the Switch right on there, and I can play, and I can have it like all kind of like a handheld. So for me, that's good, because like when I'm sitting down with my wife, or if I'm at work, I can just take it.
Yeah.
I love the Pro Controller. I don't really like the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons are just like they're okay for short sessions, but I can't play a long time with them.
Right.
Even in the grip,
Honestly,
it's hard.
No.
So,
Niv, turn that on. Child. Anyways, so which grip had you been using previously?
I was just honestly just the Joy-Con grip that comes with it, for either or just leaving them on the sides of the Switch if I was taking the Switch with me. So I didn't. I don't have like the Hori one or anything like that. The controllers that attach. So I like the Pro Controller though.
Oh, I do too. It's grown on me a lot here in the last couple of months, actually. But no, I was wondering if you had an actual like Switch grip.
No, I don't. That's the one thing I've been looking at some of them, and I thought, you know what? I really just want to use my Pro Controller. So why don't I just get a clip that holds the Switch onto it? And it was like $17 on Amazon, so I just bought it.
How does that work?
I'll grab it and show you.
Okay.
So you can see, but it holds the Switch, the screen, and then it clips onto the Pro Controller. It wraps around it.
Okay.
And it's got cutouts for the buttons, like the start and select button. So it wraps around the middle of the controller, not where you're actually touching for the buttons.
Right.
It works out really well, actually.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
What's the how's the weight distribution on that feel? Because I mean, I'm imagining that being like really top heavy.
It's a little top heavy, but it feels good.
Okay.
I got used to it pretty fast, and you can it's got a swivel on it, so you can adjust the screen, and that weight distribution can really change a lot.
Right.
Depending on it, but for me, I mean, if I'm playing my Switch, I'm 99% of the time playing it docked. Just is how I play it. But if I need to take it with me, or want to take it with me, or if I'm just like not in front of my TV, this works out great.
Nice.
Good solution. So.
Right.
That's about it. Me.
Right on. What have I been playing? I finished. It took me for goddamn ever because I started it in like October, but I finally got around to finishing Gato Roboto, which I was apparently way farther with that than I thought, because I picked it back up, finished the elevator, and suddenly I was at the final boss fight. I'm like, well, that's fucking abrupt.
Right.
But I will say, I mean, it certainly didn't overstay its welcome. It's like, I have this much content, and that's all I'm going to put out there, and there doesn't need to be any more, because that's all that needs to be. So, I mean, I was okay with it. I just really didn't expect it to end that abruptly. But what was there was really enjoyable. I know I was watching somebody else who were working on getting on a upcoming episode. I know he took issue with some of the stuff in Gato Roboto in terms of balance, especially with the bosses. I know to him feeling very bullet spongy, which they are some. I think one in particular, the submarine boss. But all in all, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot more fun with it than I think he did, but that's okay. Not everything is for everyone, and you know.
Right.
Yes, I see that, Kathy. Thanks.
Sorry, I'm playing Fortnite in the background, and I just got blown up after I found a sniper. So it has nothing to. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It has nothing to do with what any of you've been saying. It's all been shit. Like
it was timed so well.
That was fun.
I'm so sorry. I didn't think about that until now.
And then I'm close to wrapping up Hellblade, but we'll talk Hellblade next week once I've actually got the full thing done and under my belt. There's some stuff that I really want to delve into on that, and there's somebody I want to reach out to and see if maybe I can get him to come on and discuss for very specific reasons pertaining to Hellblade. But that being said, after I finish Gato, the other one, I've been trouncing through my backlog with my internet having been down since Friday, and it will continue to be down until Tuesday next week. So, yeah. But, so if anybody's wondering how the hell this happened, I just Jimmy rigged a temporary solution so we could try and Skype this shit. But in any case, I played through Gris finally. After Gato Roboto, I'm like, I want a palate cleanser. I don't want to delve into another one of the usual fare again. And so I popped in Gris, and absolutely stunning front to back. I don't know that I remember in the moment there were a couple of like real minor nitpicky things that I'm like, this annoys me slightly, but then now having been separated from it for a day or two, it's just kind of washed out. It's apparently whatever it was so menial that I've just forgotten about it. No, I do know what some of it was, but there's a counterbalance here. So Gris is by no means a difficult game. There's some real light puzzling and some real light platforming, but none of it is anything really designed to challenge you. It's the best way I can explain it is it's made to force pacing, and by in in such a way that
Robot.
it keeps you from breezing through it. The best way I could explain it is imagine take the concept of like walking into the ocean from the beach, and when you're about waist deep in the water, you know how you kind of slow down a little bit just because of resistance, but you've still got forward momentum. I mean, you're actually getting there. It's kind of the same thing. It slows you down just enough so that you're actually seeing what it's showing you and what it wants you to see, but not holding you like you're talking and you're frustrated at any point, really. And it's just spectacular. The music is absolutely breathtaking. It's very much. It's got a lot thematically in common with Rime, in that it's very much about dealing with grief and loss and the 5 stages of grief. But that it. God's sakes, play it! Play it! So good. I really, really want to find the soundtrack and just let it play because it's just stunning. So, but yeah, that's what I've been playing. And if he's there, because it's kind of jumping in and out. Dylan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're just gnarly tonight.
Give me a second. I'll switch to my PC. Just give me like 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay. So, but yeah, I cannot recommend Gris enough.
I think that's another
Like I
one.
said,
bought
I
on
just
sale.
finished it. So
Did you play this
if
on
you've
Switch?
got
though?
it, what was that?
Did you play this on Switch?
I did. I picked up a hard copy.
Right. Okay.
Came in the very nice, pretty box with the art book and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
there's an unboxing of that on our YouTube channel. And once my internet comes back, there's 2 more unboxings going up. I'll finally get the unboxing for the arm cannon up, as well as my copy of Axiom Verge on Wii U arrived today. And I am pleased to report that it is actually a sealed multiverse edition copy.
I didn't know they
Not
made
just
that for the
standard.
Wii.
Yeah.
The Wii U.
Yeah, there was
It's
a whole
the
big.
definitive edition, especially.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
How many copies do you have now?
Let's see. 4? 4?
I think I have 3. So Larry's beat me.
All right,
I've
I'm
got
two.
it digital on Wii U. I've now got a hard copy. I've got it hard copy on my Switch, and I've got a hard copy and a steelbook on PC.
You need a steelbook?
So they did on PC. Yes, there was a GameStop did a series of PC indie games in beautiful steelbooks that came with soundtracks and all that fun jazz, and I picked it up. I caught it dirt cheap on clearance for like $10. But yeah, Michael, if you don't have Gris, let me know. I will loan you my copy.
I think I got it on sale. I'm not sure though. As I said, I haven't turned my system on in a couple days. So
Like I said, if
I've been
you've got
buying
it
a
played,
bunch
if
of
you don't,
shit
let
left
me
and
know.
right. Yeah.
And now that he's here with a not exploding microphone, Dylan, what the fuck have you been playing? Give me 2. Top 2.
Modern Warfare and Temtem, which is like the
Temtem Rup DN did it.
the what? Yeah, it
So
did. It
Temtem gotcha.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. It's got a lot of charm to it. I don't think it's the Pokemon killer that everybody is like claiming it to be, but like what it's kind of made me realize is I don't really want to play Pokemon with other people. I'm fine with that. Like,
Nintendo says, we made a game. It's great if you play it with your friends. Somebody says, we have a game that's like Pokemon, and it's made just to play with your friends. And everyone goes, oh, if I wanna.
yeah, it's like I think if I was playing with like an actual friend, and like we were doing like a co-op thing,
Right,
but like
it'd be
just
different.
right,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
random people that I don't know are honestly just annoying. I'm like, I don't want to battle you. I don't want to like go where you want to. I just want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, it's fun. It's good. It's got a lot of promise. I like its systems that they have in place, but it's definitely not a Pokemon killer. It's all right. It's worth the $30, I think. I definitely think it's worth that. Hell, if I were them, I'd probably be charging like 40. I think once you get over 40, though, you're asking a little bit too much out of it. And I mean, Call of Duty's Call of Duty. It's just,
Right.
you know.
More of the same.
Hey,
Well, I'm glad you made it because I was really hoping to hear about the mess of Warcraft on in News Desk. So we'll get there shortly. So I wanted your weigh in on this specifically because I think you're the only one of the group that got whacked by it. So 'cause Warcraft was never my cup of tea, but I'm interested nonetheless. So. But yeah, I don't know. Dylan, you want to throw one more in there? You went short.
what else have I been playing? Mushroom Wars 2.
Mush.
Yeah, Mushroom Wars. It's kind of like a yeah. Mushroom Wars 2.
Shit,
I've been playing that.
There's a fucking name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah, I've been playing that on the
Wow.
Switch. And I've been playing a lot of Dota Underlords as well.
Okay.
Mushroom Wars 2's it's fun, but it's like a little like if you play the cell phone version, it's definitely like they try to get your money. The Switch version's not as greedy, but there's definitely like mechanics that's kind of meant to be mobile. It's not as good as Mushroom Wars 1. I mean, Mushroom Wars, the original, was kind of amazing. So
Yeah. I don't think I realized there was a sequel. Shit.
yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I honestly didn't know. So.
That makes you smile to know that it exists.
Yeah, I mean
So-
it's pretty good. It's fun. Like it's a good little like time killer. It's nothing like you're gonna
Right.
spend like you're not gonna be heavily invested, but it's fun.
Right.
Right on. All right. Well, I do believe that brings us to about the middle of the show, which means that's the part where we get to say break. And we're back with the third half of the show. This week we're going to make our way on over to the news desk. So this week I want to lead off with Dylan since he made it in. Dylan, what was the promise of the new Warcraft stuff from Blizzard, and where did it go so horribly fucking wrong? Apparently.
Well, so the smart thing with Blizzard is they didn't make a whole lot of promises. They just showed a lot. So like there was supposed to be updated UI. There was
What's UI?
supposed user interface.
Okay.
There was supposed to be like enhanced, like amazing cutscenes for the story. So like a lot of Warcraft 3 fans aren't multiplayer fans, they're campaign fans, because the story of Warcraft is fucking awesome. And at BlizzCon 2018 they showed, like, when they revealed it, like these awesome updated cutscenes with new voice acting, and it just looked, sounded, felt amazing. And then fast forward to the release, like none of that shit's in there. And to make matters worse, the game's buggy as all hell. You can play in like 4K, but like if you do, the units look like they're moving through tar. Like they're like they like jump, or like it just looks like claymation. I guess is the best way I
Wow,
can describe it.
that's surprising.
Yeah. If you want to play multiplayer like tournaments, which have been around forever with Warcraft 3, no, too bad. No, none of that. You want ladder matches? No, too bad. None of that. Any kind of ranked competitive play? Nope. That's all gone. You can play custom matches, but if you do play custom matches, like say you create a custom match, well now Blizzard owns all your shit. Like, it's like they released a new user agreement when they released the game that retroactively updates the original Warcraft 3's user agreement, by the way. Basically saying that they own all moral rights to anything you create. So
they're using the
Damn.
community to develop, basically.
yeah. Well, what their reasoning is they don't want another Dota 2 to happen, because Dota happened in, off of Warcraft 3, and they try to keep that as their own, and
They couldn't. Yep.
and they couldn't, yeah.
Right.
So they don't want that to happen again. But obviously, creators are like, well, then why the fuck would I create
Right.
on this if I have literally no rights to any of it?
Right.
Yeah, like they don't even have to like if they do take it, they don't even have to like give you credit for making it.
Right. They just own it.
Yeah, they just own it. Period. Done.
God, that sucks.
Yeah.
You paid $60 to work for Blizzard.
40. It's $40. That's the good thing. The even worse part about it is all these like multiplayer problems because they released the patch across the board. It also affects the old Warcraft 3. So even the original Warcraft 3 now has no ladder matches, no online like ranked anything, no tournaments, no nothing. Like,
Oh, damn.
so it's like pretty much forcing you, like, if you just want higher resolution, you might as well as buy the new Warcraft because now it's essentially the same game. They retroactively made the original worse. It's a hot dumpster fire. I mean, I guess today Blizzard said that they're going to patch the bugs, but that the ladder matches and basically all the multiplayer shit is going to take a couple of months for that to come back. Which, my thing is just why wouldn't you leave the original alone? Like, okay, release your broken promise of a game, but leave the original alone for the people that are like, yeah, okay, I still want to play ladder matches and shit in the meantime. Yeah, I don't know. Blizzard just keeps fucking up. And I don't know.
Basically, they weren't content to break one thing; they had to break everything.
Right. Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it. A lot of people's issue is the cutscenes, because like it was just so advertised as those cutscenes. Like a lot of people feel like they were sold a lie, which they were. But you know, Blizzard never promised that. You know, they just showed, you know, the trailer or whatever.
Right. Was there any kind of disclaimer in the original trailer that, you know, this is pre-rendered or whatever?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure. But the thing is the beta test players, all that shit was in there when they were beta playing it.
Oh.
So
Wow. Okay.
they're just like, you know. What
So
the
they have
fuck?
all these assets that somehow just disappeared.
Right. They made a creative decision, more in line with the thoughts of the original Warcraft, is what they're saying. They're like, we didn't want to tarnish what the original was. It's like, well, then why even make a fucking remake? Because you did.
Yeah.
You tarnished everything. You ruined it.
Broke everything.
Yeah, it's too bad. Warcraft 3 is probably one of my favorite RTSs. On the campaign, I didn't really care for the multiplayer. It wasn't my cup of tea. If I want to play multiplayer RTS, I'm playing StarCraft. It's better. But the story of Warcraft is, especially for an RTS, is fucking amazing.
Right. All right. Well, I now feel substantially better informed, aside from just, you know, hearing, yep, Blizzard's a shit show again.
Yeah,
So-
they, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, they pull off Diablo 4, and, like, I don't know, you can't really keep, like, a lot of people keep blaming Activision, you know, because pretty much since Activision has, purchased Blizzard, like, Blizzard's, like, timeline of games have just steadily went the fuck down.
Right.
But on some level, you know, own up to your shit. Like,
Yeah.
Well, what I would like to know is how their profit has gone. I
oh,
bet
I'm
you they
sure
made-
through the
They
roof.
made more money
Yeah,
releasing less games, putting microtransactions or whatever in them,
yeah,
and just milking the shit out of them.
yeah. I'm sure their profits have went nothing but up.
Yeah.
Except for, I'm sure Warcraft 3 is bombing because so many
Right.
refunds have, been issued. That's my little rant.
I appreciate your little rant. So, I've been looking forward to hearing it. So, other pieces on the news desk this week. Wonderful 101 from Platinum is making its way off of the Wii U, and was rumored to be, getting ported to Switch, and it was going to be done by way of crowdfunding on Kickstarter, and then they go coming to Switch. I know there was a little bit of blowback in terms of, this is Platinum. Why the hell are they crowdfunding to port this to Switch? And what I've come across, or what I've been hearing, is that the Switch port was essentially done and already slated for release here in a couple of months. It was more just to kind of gauge interest, not to mention the Kickstarter also is giving you the ability to get your hands on a physical version of Wonderful 101 on Switch, which it sounds like that's going to be the only way that you can get your hands on it physically on Switch. But the stretch goals in place were there to fund porting over to Steam and PS4 as well, all of which it's cleared. As of when we started this recording, they were at 1.2 million backed so far. The initial goal was 50 grand just to clear for the Switch port. Steam goal was 250,000. PS4 was 500,000. 1 mil got I think it was the speed run mode coming into it, and then there's some new content coming if it hits 1.5 mil, which it probably will handily at this point, considering, within a matter of minutes it cleared that 50 grand real fast. So it definitely ranks as probably one of the most successful Kickstarters. I can't speak to it claiming the top spot, but it's easily up there at this point. So, but no, I'm kind of curious to hear anybody's thoughts on this, no longer being Wii U exclusive, especially for a game that, was really one of the few that was heavily designed around the specifics of the Wii U and the gamepad. I'm kind of curious to see how they translate that going into other platforms, and I'm curious if anybody else has any thoughts.
I don't know anything about the game, to be honest.
I've never heard of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I think I played it. I think I might be the only one. Maybe Kathleen, did you play?
I never played it, but I knew about it and I wanted to get it. And
It's hard. It was hard to. It's hard to find a copy
It
now.
was,
It's
yeah.
especially hard now because it's one of those exclusives that is stranded on Wii U. I enjoyed the game. It's been a while since I played it, but yeah, I'm interested to see how they did this because with the heavy involvement of the touchpad to switch characters and to do all sorts of things. Personally, I'm intrigued by it. I also was doing some research on the Kickstarter, and apparently the Kickstarter money was basically because nobody wanted to publish it. They couldn't
Really?
find it. They couldn't find a publisher. Nintendo published the original one. Microsoft turned down money to give it. Sony said no. Other publishers, 2K, everything just said no. So this money, like the port was done. Right now, the Kickstarter is expected to release in April. So we're only like 2 months away.
At
And-
least for the Switch version, yeah.
Yeah, for the Switch version and for a digital version. So I mean, I don't know how hard it's going to be for them to switch it over to PS4 or whatnot or Steam. I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to be that difficult since they already have it running on Switch.
Well, I know I think keyboard is going to be a good option because you can
Yeah.
Just
keybind
lose
so
everybody.
much. So keybind would be fine.
Ah,
What
you're
was
here.
that?
Oh, maybe he did lose everybody.
I feel like I just damn it.
Oh, you're here.
There you are.
There we go. All right, it got wonky on me for a half second.
Oops.
So, all right, yeah, I know. Yeah, No, I'm glad it went over well. Actually, one of the other things that just cropped up on my feed tonight too was that Platinum was saying that they really actually want to finish Scalebound as well.
Yeah, I
but
saw that.
They're hung up on the fact. Yeah,
Microsoft
they're
owns
hung up on the fact. Yep, that's the problem.
Yep.
So,
I was really interested in that one when I first heard about it, and like as I said, when I found out it was just shut down for pretty much no real reason.
What was it?
That's Scalebound.
Nah.
Everything I saw, it looked kind of like a Devil May Cry with dragons.
kind of what I was hearing,
Basically.
and I think that Phil Spencer actually is coming. Like I heard some interviews with him, and he said it just wasn't progressing the way they wanted it to, and it just, Microsoft in general, like it wasn't progressing the way that they thought it was going to be successful on their platform. So, and I mean, hey, whatever, they're a business too, and I think eventually they're just, not going to sink money into something they think is going to be like that. But now they have all these first-party studios. It would be interesting just to finish something like that, see what it can do with it.
So all the little stuff that I saw for it looked very interesting.
It does look interesting. I admit that. So,
like, I barely play my Xbox at all, and like, I keep it mainly for the Ori's games at this point. But I was actually, when I saw that, I was really excited. Like, this is something I can actually play when it comes out. But again,
yeah,
I just want
Michael?
Visceral to come back.
Yeah, that too. Michael, there's a free one on
Yeah,
Visceral.
Visceral.
Guys
oh,
made Dead
Visceral,
Space.
okay.
it's never
Yeah.
happened.
Actually, it's rumored that they
I
might
think-
be remaking.
Well, but not Visceral's coming back. It's just they're just going to remake the IP.
Well, I mean, maybe they'll hire the guys from Visceral to remake the IP and then name them Visceral 2. I don't fucking know. I can dream, Josh.
I'm going to squash
Don't
your
be a dream
dreams.
killer.
You see what happened with Warcraft 3? That's what's going to
Oh, dude. I was so excited. So much promise.
See what happens when you dream.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Be
Michael,
dead
there's-
inside like the rest of us.
There's a free one on Xbox you should go check out, Michael. Download Phantom Dust. Take that for a spin. That give you a reason to turn it on.
I don't know.
Wasn't that like a card game type
It's
thing?
it's an
Sort
original
of.
Xbox game.
It
I
is.
remember, I remember
They
you talking about
they
it. Like,
tuned it up. I adore Phantom Dust. The core is built like a card game, but it plays like an action game.
okay,
So
and it's free download.
It is
Yep.
free. It's free.
Okay,
Two Humans free too. So if you want to
Is
try
it?
that, yeah.
ah,
Xbox One back compat, and it's free to download because they have to make it free. They can't make money on it
okay.
because when they took them to court and got all the
which one was
copies.
this?
Two Human. Do you remember
Okay.
that for the 360? It was like based loosely
Yeah.
on like Norse mythology. And tech.
That was another Dennis Dyack project.
Yes,
That's why
and
it's not so clear.
they like took them to court, and because it was something about like the Unreal Engine, like Epic took them to court about how they didn't have permission to use it. It was some weird. I mean, I don't even know all the ins and outs of it, but it's an interesting story.
Be curious to hear that from him when we lock that down and get him on.
Yeah, it would be actually. I'm sure he's talked about it a lot. He's probably bored of talking about it.
So last one to hit on. Rumors floating, and I know I don't typically get into rumors, but this one has me excited. Rumors floating that we may be seeing Mario Kart 9 possibly as early as this year.
Why?
There's that's a great question on a couple of aspects, honestly, but it's making the rounds in the rumor mills from, I won't name names, but from certain people that have at least a moderate track record of accuracy. More specifically, they're saying that the exact quote was something to the effect of big game coming for Switch this year. tires are heavily involved, and so the common
Twisted Metal.
Fuck that! I want rock and roll racing.
Fuck all that. Bring back Spy Hunter NES.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they try to make another one?
They did on PS2.
Yeah.
There was a movie
Yeah.
and everything.
It was
Yeah,
hot garbage. If I remember
it
correctly.
was.
I loved it. I loved it.
But yeah, I mean, part of me could see it because again, Switch does not have its own iteration of Mario Kart. It's
True.
It's got Mario
Okay.
Kart 8 ported from the Wii U,
Okay.
and but by the same token, the other way you could take your question there, Josh, why is they don't
can't.
necessarily have a huge incentive to do it either, because for God's sakes, Mario Kart 8 is just still selling by the bushel.
Yeah. And
So,
I would argue that it's best on Switch.
it is.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm no doubt by any means, but I had Mario Kart 8 from the jump on the Wii U, and I've been playing fundamentally the same Mario Kart for 6-7 years.
Would make
And-
sense in that regard, yeah.
Yeah, I've been ready for new Mario Kart. I want new tracks. I want new stuff to play with Mario Kart.
It's Samus in there.
I would say they could. Lord knows, it's been talked about for a while that a lot of us kind of feel it's time for Nintendo to make the jump from Mario Kart to Nintendo Kart. So let's roll in some of the other series, some of the other characters and
Well,
franchises.
they already added Zelda and what?
Right.
The Splatoon
Zelda,
people,
Animal
right?
Crossing, Splatoon,
Everything.
even F-Zero.
So what else is there?
Well, case in point, we could roll some Samus stuff in there. Let's
I
get
guess,
Star
okay.
Fox in there.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I got
hell, let me roll through some Chibi Robo.
Wonderful 101. How about that?
Yeah, why not? Screw it.
Get everybody
You
in
know,
there.
Yeah, bring
Sonic.
me Nintendo Kart Ultimate. I'm here for it. So, but
That's fair, I guess.
I would you want them to continue down just the path of stock Mario Kart, or would you want to see them expand it out into the rest of their franchises, into a more encompassing?
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Like kind of the same way like Super Smash Bros. Is, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
has
Yeah.
everything right. Like why not like pull from those franchises? Like a Star Fox course would be badass. Like you would have to do barrel rolls to
Right.
make it in there, you know. A Metroid course would be sweet, like maybe like a time trial with the fucking little jelly dudes, Metroids.
Yeah.
Running around. Like I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities if you just open up the book, and that to me would be the best reason to make a new one is to just be like, all right, we're gonna just go balls to the wall and throw everything at this and make it like the definitive Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
think
can
they
see
should
that.
put, they should put Samus as a playable character where she doesn't have a cart, she's just in morph ball form.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be dope.
Being chased by the baby Metroid.
I wanna use the Metroid as my driver.
Why not? Why not? Let
I don't
people
know.
create
I'm
their
thinking
own.
that could be a
custom drivers.
solid weapon in one of the question
Sure.
blocks that you can
Sure.
pick up.
You
Throw it
throw
at
it
somebody, you can chase somebody, and fucking drain them and slow them down.
Murder them,
Drain
turn
their
them into
you
ash.
drain the coins out of them.
murder some, yeah. No, but I could also see Mario Kart being turned more into, like you said, Nintendo Kart in like a service. So
Yeah.
like you download the base game or you buy it, and then they have these packs that they release that you just DLC forever, kind of like they're doing with Smash. Like you could have Fire Emblem in there. You could have everything. You have these theme packs.
Enough with the fire.
Yeah.
I love Fire Emblem, and I'm sick of it. Enough with the Fire Emblem.
You know, that's exactly what's going to happen if we
Yep.
get this. Is
It's all
Yeah.
going to be Fire Emblem characters.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Fire Emblem's amazing, but enough. Like, enough. Ugh. I want to
Somebody
see.
needs to tell Sakurai that Fire Emblem as a series has been canceled.
I want to see the rumor of the Coder 2 remake come to fruition. I would jizz in my pants, dude. I love that game, but every time I go to replay it now,
It's borderline unplayable.
it's borderline unplayable. Like the nostalgia can only carry me for so long, but when to the point where I'm just like, oh man, this is rough.
Final Fantasy VII's that way for me.
Yeah, same.
The Soul Reaver
It-
games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're-
Yeah.
Great
I
game.
love the story so much. Like, they're one of my favorite stories, but every time I try and play it, I want to claw my fucking eyes out.
The only one that's still playable is
Defiance.
Blood Omen 2.
Blood Omen 2 was hot garbage.
Oh, what?
No, it was... well, because there were parts of it that were okay. Like, I like the fact, like, especially on the PlayStation 2, the later, like, as you get further, the audio starts to really fuck up to where by the time you get to the ending fight, the audio is, like, several seconds out of sync.
Okay, fair. I don't remember that because
Yeah.
nostalgia, but when you said it, I was like, okay, yeah, I do remember that. But dude, the I would argue that the gameplay of that game is almost better than any of the other Soul Reaver games.
It's very tedious, though. Like, because literally it's block, attack, right after they finish their attack. Like,
Stealth
it's-
attack. The stealth, like, miss moves,
Okay, that shit was great and underutilized. Way underutilized.
yeah.
I don't know.
But, I
like,
mean, dude, all of those games are
Yeah.
tedious.
They're-
Like, they're all every single Soul Reaver is tedious.
fucking block.
And Defiance is the worst one in my opinion. I hated that game. Like,
I saw what they were trying to do with
yeah.
it. Like, they were very much trying Devil May Cry.
yeah,
And
Right.
they didn't give it enough. Like, as it's... I
but that's-
see...
I don't want to play my Soul. Don't put your Devil May Cry in my Soul Reaver. All right, get that
Oh,
shit out of here.
like, it just... I said, because each character had literally the exact same fucking moves.
Hmm.
So each character had 5 special moves, and that was it. Like, storyline wise, as I said, they're still fantastic. They're still some of my favorite games I've ever played.
I like
But-
watching some saint of a human being on YouTube put all the cutscenes from start to finish.
Yep.
It's like 3.5 hours. It's amazing.
What's
Yeah.
it called? I actually a long time ago ripped Let's Plays of him off YouTube, threw them on a DVD, and I'll put them on for background noise periodically.
Dude, it's an amazing story.
Yeah. Like, plus, like, the voice acting was fucking
Oh
top
yeah,
notch.
especially for back then.
Although, Michael Bell, the guy who played Razio, like, is creeped the fuck out because the amount of people he's had that have stalked him because of that game.
Ooh,
Yeah.
gross.
And like Simon Templeton, the guy who played Kane, he shows up periodically here and there, but like I think the last thing I saw him in, he was in, I think God of War 3 actually, as one of the, the character you got the bow from. I forget his fucking name. Maybe it was one of the PSP versions. I don't remember, but I haven't seen him in a whole lot. I really wish they'd just redo the damn series.
That would be amazing. I would love to see a remake of that.
Well,
I really hope KOTOR is actually getting a remake because that sounds amazing. I would actually love a KOTOR 3. Like, why not? Do it. Just fucking do it.
Well, the way that they're doing this is, if this rumor is true, they're going to take 1 and 2 and kind of combine the stories, and that's great because the second one is it's not almost the same, but it's like takes place many years later.
Right.
I wouldn't mind them to do like that first story and then this second one and kind of make it one, maybe a little bigger game,
Right.
to kind of like get you up into the mode to play the third one.
Yeah,
Or
that
the
would be fantastic. I mean, the last
Yeah.
Star Wars game, what was it?
Fallen Order. That one.
Fallen Order. Yeah,
Yep.
Fallen Order was fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
it had some
Oh yeah. It's not
tedious
perfect.
shit,
It's
but
not perfect. Right?
I want more single player Star Wars games. All right, fuck Battlefront. All right, get that shit out of here. Bring back pod racing, like on
Amen.
64. Okay.
Ah.
All right, and bring back single player narrative driven Star Wars games.
Just single player games in general.
Yeah. Facts.
To that end, March doesn't get here soon enough. Bring me my Ori, damn it.
Hmm.
It's coming. It's coming.
I want my Cyberpunk 2077.
Is there a release date for that yet?
I thought it got pushed back to November. Is what I
It
heard.
did.
September.
September. Okay.
Somewhere in the back half of the year.
September 10th or something like that.
Hey, listen, CD Projekt Red is like, they can do whatever the fuck they want. They could push it back 12 years if they wanted to, and I'd still pre-order it right now.
I would too. Yep.
Because those guys are flawless in their delivery. The Witcher, like, they like really. There's not a better game than Witcher 3. There just isn't. For single player RPGs, it doesn't exist.
Not yet.
Yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they delayed this because I mean they gotta make it great. So
Yeah. I'm interested to see how they do the like shooting and driving mechanics because that's a lot going from like a third-person sword-playing game, to a first/third-person gunfight car game.
Well, I think here's a good place to start wrapping up. Thank you to everybody that joined me this evening. Thank you to Kathy who had to dip out. We may have lost her on a connection issue because of, like I said, this whole thing is hornswoggled. So my apologies if audio video is not up to the normal standard that we usually have. Should be back to normal next week, assuming a certain ISP can get their fucking shit together. Yeah. Anyways, thank you to Josh and Michael and Dylan, and I have no idea if the way I gestured actually lines up with where Skype put you in the recording, but fuck it. It's where you are on my screen. I don't care. Thank you to everybody that stopped by and hung out with us for the last hour or so as we rambled our nonsense into your earballs. As always, if you haven't already, add us to your RSS feed or your favorite podcatcher. If you're catching us on YouTube, make sure you gently caress the inner thigh of the subscribe button. It really likes it. It likes it a lot. What you don't actually know is that the subscribe button is real big into consensual non-consent, so it likes when you hit it, but you don't ask it permission first. It's already been
kind of getting a Reiki
pre-negotiated.
vibe from it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wanted it.
And ring
That's
the
right.
bell if you want
That's
the
right.
notifications.
Ring the bell so that you get service. Also, make sure you hit the follow on our Twitch channel. We are still working on getting up to that 200 mark so we can give away that copy of Collector's Edition Blasphemous on the Switch from Limited Run Games. We've also still got the Dust Elysian Tale giveaway that we're working towards over on the YouTube channel as well. So if you go hit up the unboxing video for Dust Elysian Tale, hit the like and leave a comment. We get to 100 likes there, and we're giving away a free copy of Dust Elysian Tale. There will be links to all of that shit and more in the show notes this week, as always. So, and thank you to Dylan for dropping in just in time to give us the lowdown on Blizzard's fuckery with Warcraft 3 this week.
Blizzard just keeps hurting me. They just keep hurting me.
And you keep going back.
I do. It's an abusive relationship, man. It's like
Show me on the
stocking
doll where Blizzard hurt you.
everywhere.
Gratuitous
Mostly in
nut
my
job.
goddamn wallet because I keep falling for their bullshit.
Well, at least you got a refund on this one.
Yeah.
So, way to take back your power.
Although I'm not gonna lie to you, I keep thinking about rebuying it so I can play through that campaign.
Dylan. Wait till the patch is.
Remind me afterwards, and we're going to talk about Stockholm Syndrome, Dylan.
I can change them, I promise.
On that note, everybody, till next time, have a great... Wait, what the why is my side... Oh, I stepped in Fluo. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Uh,
Peace.